Hello everyone and welcome back to Data with Aditya. In this SQL series, today's episode, we are going to take up your SQL knowledge from good to genuinely impressive. And how? But how? So in this episode, we are going to cover the topics like Windows function, rank, dense rank, row number, lead, and lag. Impressive, right? So these functions are the most which data analysts use to answer the questions like who placed the most orders, what was the month on month growth, what was the revenue on that, what was the top product in the category which we sold, and they come up to use these functions, this window function particularly every time, and this is the most asked questions in interview as well. So once you understand this, you are going to use this constantly. So let's go through it and make it work. Okay, so now let's start with what is window function. So if before we write any code, let's understand the difference between the group by and a Windows function. So if you just see at this group by, right? So group by we have already seen it collapses the row. So if you use group by on a city, you will get one row per city, right? So individual records are gone. You can't see where the Rahul is now. Now Rahul is no more, right? We get only the total of Mumbai city, right? Only the Mumbai total, nothing else. If you just use group by, right? So now either side. Now if you just look at this Windows function side, you can see it is completely different. Every row stays. What you get is new column. A new column is added to each row, a calculated value based on the surrounding rows, right? The difference is clear. There is no collapse. The new column is formed with the new rows for the each value, the calculated ones. That's it. That's what Windows function do, right? So if you still see Rahul, you still see Priya, but each row has a city total sitting right next to it. That's what the function gives us as output when we run it successfully. That's the power. You get the aggregated insights and individuated both together. You don't need to choose one of it, right? You get both of it. So now if you just see at the syntax, what syntax is, it is a function name dash then over then the parenthesis with the partition and order by. Now we will just go through the code, then you will get to know more of the syntax. But as of now, if you just see this, you will get an idea what should be done. Okay. So here, over is what makes it is as Windows function. So what differences? The one word which makes okay, this is a Windows function now is over, over. That makes it is as a Windows function, right? That is a keyword that tells MySQL. Don't collapse the row, just make a new one, run this calculation across the windows of the rows, right? That's what over keyword does. So now let's switch to the workbench, use the syntax and get the output which we can see and let the difference be clear, right? Now I will show you the difference clearly. If you see here, if we just group by collapse rows and we will just write the code, right? The simple clear code, select city, comma count star as total from customers group by city. We run it. See what we got. What we got? We got one row per city. This is what group by does. We just discussed, right? It will just collapse in one row and that's it. You got it. Now see this next one. We will do it using Windows function. It will keep all the rows. Okay. See, select first name comma city comma count star over. Over means Windows function. Okay. Over partition by. So where should it be partition? It should be partition on city as city total from customers. Now just run it. See, as we run it, it will give us all the customers, each with their city total alongside. This is the core difference, what I was talking about earlier. So the clear difference you can see here. Same count, completely different output. The count is same. What we did, we just added over here, we did the partition by city, and we got a different output. This is the core idea of it, right? So next one which we are going to cover is row number, rank, and dense rank. So slightly confusion, same names, what to do, what the output it is, when to use this, why to use this. We'll do it, right? So what is this? So this is like a three ranking functions. All assign a number to each row. The difference is how and where they handle the ties. So both the rows have entry as 100, and how they will handle that tie is the key differences between the row number, rank, and dense rank, right? So now let's look at this. If two products have the same cost as 65,000, it is Samsung Galaxy, right? Twice. So row number doesn't care about the tie, always gives a unique number to the row, so the tag gets a different number. So it is like the regular number for it. It doesn't see that okay, this is a tag, I need to use anything. No, nothing. It will just assign every new number, unique number to the row, and it will just move aside. It will not see the what the value it carries. Okay, this is a tag, I need to nothing. Unique numbers, right? Whereas rank and dense rank use it. It clearly sees okay, this is a tag, we need to figure it out. How rank does it? So rank shares the same rank. So both the Samsung will get rank as 4, and then the next product, the next rank will be 6. It will just skip the 5. Okay, that gaps tells you that there are two products tied there, right? What rank, sorry, what dense rank does then? It does the same but without gaps. So if Samsung is getting rank 4, the next product will get rank 5, consecutive, no skips. So if you just want to keep in mind, you can just keep in my row numbers as continuous, rank means skipping the next one, and dense rank means no skipping, right? So if you just shift to the workbench, you will get a more idea. So just see here what it does. So all three side by side, we'll just see all three side by side. So select product name, comma price, comma row number. So the function here we are using is row number, right? So row number over order price by price this as row number. Next it will be rank over order by price descendingly as rank. Similarly the dense rank from products order by price, and that will be order descendingly, right? So you can clearly see the difference what happens when we run this parallelly, which gives the unique numbers, doesn't care about tie, which number is skipping and which number is not skipping. You can clearly see this, you can see the output, and you can use this according to how we need it, right? That is the thing. When we need to assign the numbers to the row, we need to find out the questions. There are many interview questions which are going to see further where we use this, and this is the most important part which we use. So we should know this by heart. So the next one we will be doing is partition by. So what is partition by? We are using it in the Windows function syntax, right? Then what is it? So partition by is a Windows function word group by. It is what it does. It does not collapse the rows. Using the partition by in Windows function, the group by is to aggregate. Then what is unique? Partition does not collapse it. Without partition, the window will spans the entire table, global ranking, right? So we need to use it. We need to use it to get the clear output. That's the main thing we should follow as a syntax. If you are not following the syntax, we'll just get an we may get the output but not a desired output, the wrong output, then it is no use to write it, right? So now just look at the table here, right? Look at the result. Electronics product ranked 1, comma 2, furniture's product are separated as ranked 1, comma 2, the rank result, that's partition by. We partition between the categories, and how it is done? Partition by again, right? Follow the syntax, it is the same as English. Just write it, your clear syntax, normal English, and you're done for it. If you just move to workbench, here you can see we have written a code. What this code will do, it will just average the price, and the comparison will be done within the categories, right? So just select product name, category, price. We will just round up the average price. The function here we are using is average price, and we will just round up the value, so it is easy for us to understand. So we'll just round up the average value over what? Over the partition by category. Okay, so it will take one category, find the average, it will shift to another category, find the average. That will be done. It won't take all the prices and calculate. No, it will first see the category, take the price, and then make an average, right? This as category average, comma price, minus round of average over the partition by category, same as differences from product order by category, price descending. We will just run it. You can see the difference and output there. So see, this would be impossible with group by alone. For this we need partition, we need over, we need Windows function, right? You need a subquery or a join. Windows function does that in a single line. You need to write many of the lines, many of the codes, many of the complicated joins, but Windows function does it in one line, and that's it, right? So what will be next topic we will be doing? The next topic is lead and lag. So lead and lag are probably most satisfying Windows function according to me, right? Because they compare the row to row before and after it. So what lag is? Lag, the word itself tells us, look backward. It gets the previous row value and output according to that. Lead, same according to name, looks forward, get the next row's value. So it is a classic use case. How many days between each customer's order, right? Many of the times the questions is asked, what, how many days the customer has been ordering, how many days he has not ordered, the interval between them, right? So we'll just take one of the questions from that, which is how many days between each customer's order, right? So we will just write this code in workbench. So days between order per customer. So you can see the code here. We will be selecting customer ID, order date, and what we will do here, we will just see the previous backward value lag of order date, right? This will be the function over here, which is lag order date, previous value of order date, over what, it will just partition by the customer ID and order by order date as previous order date. Then will be the next function will be date differences. Date differ, what date differ will do, it will just give us the difference between the dates, which is order date comma lag order date over partition by order ID, order by order date as days since last order, from orders, order by customer ID, order date. Like if we run this, first order per customer shows as null for previous date, because there is no previous order, the difference is null too, that's accepted. But if you see this here, we can see the output that says, okay, this is the data, this is the days between the orders for that particular customer, right? This is what this code particularly tells us, this query tells us. Okay, no doubt on this. If we just move and change lag here and replace it by lead, then we will get the time until each customer's next order, right? What we need to do is we will just replace this lag by lead, and we will get a new set of query, a new example to be solved, and we just run it. You can clearly see that the last order per customer showed as null, no next order exists, right? Here is a clear difference how it works. The previous order, the next order, the next date, wherever you need to compare the values, you need to take the differences, lag and lead comes in the picture. This is how we do it. Okay, so what we learned in this video, we will just take a quick recap. Windows function. So what is Windows function? It is a calculation across the rows without collapsing it, not group by, right? Windows function. Then over, what makes it a Windows function? The main syntax which tells MySQL that okay, this is a Windows function, it is over. What is partition by? It resets the window per group, like group by, but keeps the rows, right? Order by in a row, in over. It defines the row order within the window. Next will be row number, rank and dense rank. Row number is always unique. Rank pi shares the rank but with the gaps. Dense, it also shares the rank with the tie, but there are no gaps. Lag, the value for n rows number behind it. Lead will be the value for the rows ahead. Right? This is what we learn in this particular video, short and crisp video. But Windows function are what separates user analyst from the senior ones. The ability to compare and calculate across the rows without losing the individual record. It is an incredible power which we need, and that's the important part. In next video, case statements and CTE will be covered. Conditional logic and reusable queries will be formed. Two or more tools that make SQL clean and readable will be done in the next part. So subscribe so you don't miss it, and make sure we meet in the next video. Bye bye.